Oh,
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Dead Funny Podcast. Man, it's been a minute. It has been a minute since we've done a podcast. We had game reviews and the movie reviews and then the channel update. It's been a while. It was funny, too, because the last time we went to go do the podcast on the day that I totally had your dates switched up, I made a list full of, content to talk about, and of course now it's all completely out of date, but hey, fuck it, we'll go for it anyway. See what happens.
sure, great. What you got?
Well, one of the new things that we can talk about, did you hear about Square Enix selling off their fucking Western studios?
Yeah,
that's
interesting.
For how much they sell, Tomb Raider? Fucking
yeah, it seems
what?
like not a lot. But
I
also,
mean,
they were always every time one of those studios put out a game, they're like, this didn't our expected sales.
From what I've heard, that they've been on a constant loss. But one of the things that blows my mind is somehow Outriders made it on the list of we're staying. Really?
I mean, I guess because that's still just. Well, I guess it's two things probably. It's one, it's still being actively developed, sort of it's still just recent and out.
True.
And also two, no one wants that.
Yeah.
No one wants the outright.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. But yeah, it blew my mind. I was like, holy shit. Yeah, that's nuts. And that they're doubling down on their whole blockchain thing. I don't get why games are getting into this.
How that will manifest? Companies keep talking about doing this shit, and it still hasn't really happened. Ubisoft tried, and it didn't whatever that Tom Clancy game, Wildlands, I think, Ghost Recon.
Yeah.
They put some guns or something, and no one wanted them, and they were worthless.
I guess I just don't see where the crazy advantageous point of this is for video games with NFTs and shit like that. I just don't get it. So
basically, a lot of it with when corporate guys like Square talk about it, it's about it's investors or stuff. It's all kind of just you have to say we got new technology and hey, don't worry about it. It's exciting that we have this new technology, and they'll say what it does, and they don't want the money people to look too deeply into it. They just want them to give them money, I think.
That's fair. That's fair. Because, yeah, I even tried looking at it, and I was like, I just don't see how this makes any financial sense at all, besides just the face value of, if this works, this is going to be great for us money-wise. And so far, it hasn't worked for anybody. So
the arguments people make of use cases for NFTs and games is always well, it's decentralized, so Ubisoft can't take that gun away from you. Technically, you'll still own it, but they can because you're still in an account tied to this game. Ubisoft could just ban you server side, and then you have this useless thing.
Yep.
It's all just theoretical. They work in practice.
Fair enough. But yeah, so no, that blew my mind. Elon Musk owns Twitter. That was another one.
Legally, not quite yet.
Not quite yet.
In the process or whatever, but yeah.
But him buying Twitter by far was the most beautiful thing in the world because the memes and his shit he's been doing afterwards, with the whole I'm gonna buy this next. I'm gonna buy this next shit has been fucking hilarious. The Coke one, I'm gonna buy Coca-Cola next and put cocaine back in it. That one was pretty good. My favorite was I'm gonna buy all the McDonald's and fix the ice cream machines. And then a week later, retweeted that one and said, "Sorry guys, not a miracle worker." Dude, he is just on fire right now. It's great. Those fucking things been cracking me up. We have Netflix shit the bed. Their fucking stock is down big time. A lot of people think that it's because of a lot more of their woke material, and then a lot of other people believe it's because, they stopped account sharing. And that, I'm sure everybody who has a Netflix account probably shares it with somebody. So
I think a lot of it is also just the stuff they're putting out.
It's terrible.
You cancel it pretty quickly, even if it's even when people like it, in a lot of cases, no one trusts them to actually do anything anymore, kind of, and their stuff isn't that good.
No.
Kind of like, a lot of other streaming services are putting out like stuff that looks nice, but
Mm-hmm.
is like high quality, like HBO or Disney or
Dude,
whatever. And
I stay
Netflix
on
stuff,
HBO. Oh my god.
yeah,
Love HBO. Oh
Netflix
god.
stuff is just like direct to gas shit at this point. It's
Yeah.
not.
Which is crazy because they were the
Yeah.
juggernauts for the longest fucking time.
Right,
So.
and then they became just like a content. It's want to stuff it with as
Mm-hmm.
much stuff as possible. And at the same time, lost all their like licensed stuff. It's like they don't have The Office anymore. They don't have Friends or whatever.
That's a very interesting point that you're making right there because I heard this on a podcast. Somebody was talking about it where they were talking about the reason why Netflix at this point would be losing more money and sucks is because they don't have any more comfort shows. They lost all their comfort shows, and that's exactly what you're talking about. The Office, fucking Friends. I mean, I'm the same way. Like, I can't tell you how many times I'll put The Office on just in the background. Like, it's
People
that
love
comfort show. Yeah, it's that comfort show for me.
Millennials love watching The Office. That's just a fact.
Yeah.
Like it's a huge deal. That's the only thing Peacock has going for it now is they have exclusive Office rights.
Dude, not only that, but they're doing the Office Superfan episodes.
Yeah, right.
Those have been fucking
The whole thing. Yeah.
baller, dude. Oh my god, there's so much stuff that I've seen. I'm like, I can't believe this didn't make it in the actual episode. This is fucking nutty, dude. So,
Yeah, they used to put some of that stuff on like Hulu back when
yeah,
they aired a million years ago. But yeah.
you know. So yeah, Netflix in the shitter. Fucking all over the feed, obviously. Johnny Depp, Amber Heard. This has just been. I stopped watching after a while. I was just like, what the fuck is this case, dude? What the fuck is this case?
My mom is very invested in
Is
this.
she?
And also doesn't know who Amber Heard is.
Oh my god, dude! Did you hear that?
Be like, oh yeah, she was in Aquaman and she was in Drive Angry 3D.
Did you hear about the petition to get her removed from Aquaman 2 or recasted? It hit like over 2 million signatures.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 million signatures to get her replaced, and guess who the first replacement is on the list? Emilia Clarke. I was like, we get the Game of Thrones lovers back, dude. Jason Momoa, dude. Yep. Yep. Kyle Drago. Oh man, that's crazy. But yeah, it's been nuts watching that. The parts and I mean the bits and pieces I have, and most of it I've got through other content that I watch, like comedians and shit. And of course, everybody's talking about the whole shitting on the bed thing and everything else. Like that's like, what the fuck is happening, dude?
Yeah, I walked through the room while my mom was watching it, and I heard just at one point Johnny Depp talking about it, saying like the fecal matter, the fecal dropping, trying to be like legal about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been nuts. I had to stop watching because it was. I think it was the part where her lawyer had said something. They are asked a question, and then objected her own question, and the judge literally goes, "You asked the question."
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
I was like, "I'm done with this, dude. I'm just fucking
really
done
weird
with
that
this."
Her lawyers maybe are just bad.
Yeah, I didn't know what else to do with that. I was like, "Nah, I'm good."
I love that you can see Johnny Depp and his lawyer just laughing at that.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck? So, good one. Here we go. Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer. Or, as people are calling it, Final Fantasy versus 13 Part 2. Because fucking A, does that not look like Final Fantasy 15? Like, I feel like we're slowly making this switch, right? Where we've gotten these gigantic world-ripping bosses from Kingdom Hearts now showing up in, like, Final Fantasy Remake, or 7 Remake. Who knows what's going to happen in 16? And, I mean, Sora, what the fuck? Dude, it looks so real. It looked good. I'll start there. It looked good, but it just doesn't look like Kingdom Hearts to me. I'm just waiting for, like, all the comments about Sora's feet to stop. I knew that was going to... As soon as I saw it, that was the first thing I said. I was like, he doesn't have his big-ass clown shoes. That's going to be the first complaint. And sure enough, every video I've seen, that's the first comment. Is all like, where the fuck is Sora's clown feet at?
That's a good question.
I agree.
That's a valid point.
I mean, like I said, it looks good, but at the same time, it's like I don't, man. But you still see Goofy and Donald, so obviously it's not going to be like the main part of the game. I guess this is supposed to be his. No, it's not his world, is it?
No, because theoretically he's from Destiny Islands or something.
Yeah, that's right. He is from there.
I mean, I think there may be more to it because I don't. Well, he's somehow also he's Vexus or something. There's these other characters from Birth by Sleep, and he's a reincarnation of the one of them who looks like Roxas or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really get it.
Yeah. Damn.
I didn't play 3 yet, so.
Yeah, I got like halfway through it, and then I stopped playing it.
Yeah.
Not that it was bad, I just stopped. So it just was
Right,
the will to finish it wasn't there.
And 1 last summer, so I'm like primed to play 3s.
There you go. There you go. But yeah, it's crazy, man. Like it's that was nutty for them to show, like, even if that's just a small portion of the game, like so many people were freaking the fuck out. Like, is this going to be the last Kingdom Hearts I play? And on the other hand, is this going to be the Kingdom Hearts that brings me back in, seeing these graphics? I think that this is one specific world, and that you're going to get some Kingdom Hearts graphics as soon as you leave that world. Because we saw Donald and Goofy at the end, which, by the way, hearing Donald and Goofy talk in fucking Japanese, that's a mind fuck right there. Holy shit, dude. That blew my fucking mind. I was like, oh my god, I was not ready for that, dude. Oh my god. This shit's like nightmare fuel, dude, especially Goofy. It's like, Jesus Christ. We got Stranger Things 4. That one had a fucking baller trailer and a crazy trailer. I don't know if you're a Stranger Things fan or not.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Trailer's good. If you're a Stranger Things fan, you should go watch it. And then Jim Carrey, dude, retiring. That was another one that was at that spot.
Yeah.
So does that mean no Eggman in Sonic 3? After they did like a huge Easter egg to his actual... So basically, I was watching this video and they actually did a really good job, and there's certain things that I caught too. So I watched Sonic 2. I'm going to go into detail, too much detail. But within it, there were a lot of stuff that pointed that this is kind of following the Sonic Adventure 2 storyline. Because there were like specific, like, for instance, the military, and there's the same military in that game, blah, blah, blah. Stuff like that.
It seems like they sort of inserted some of that into the Sonic 3 plot, I guess. The Knuckles stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So you got like Knuckles and shit like that. What's interesting is that there's a scene where Jim Carrey or Eggman's fucking whatever you want to call him, partner, I guess not really his partner, sidekick, there you go, his little sidekick there, is like scrolling through like outfits for him, and it actually shows the Sonic Adventures 2 outfit.
Oh, cool.
Which I thought was badass as fuck. But if he's retired, it's like, do we not get to see like him fully donned, you know? The fucking Eggman outfit. That'd be pretty cool shit, but I guess we'll see.
I wonder if they replaced them at all, or just
they do.
Shadow.
They do.
Entirely.
They 100%. They show it at the end of the... It's another Marvel situation. You watch the movie, then you watch the credits, then you see the fucking after scene credit that leads up to the next movie. Yeah, no, he's already been replaced, so he must have told them about his retirement coming. So there's another villain that is going to be Sonic 3, for sure.
Oh, I wonder if they, like, recast Eggman or Robotnik, you know? Instead of just having him, like, disappear.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or maybe we're really good with holograms at this point in CGI, and then we just get a fully CGI Robotnik.
Sure, they could use old footage.
Well, it's weird, too, because in his speech he said that unless, like, there's a golden script that's given to him, you know? Yeah. But I feel like we've heard this a lot from a lot of different people, and they always come back. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. But at the same time, apparently he's, like, really happy doing his whole, like, Bob Ross shit on YouTube and everything else he does. Anything. So, I mean... Whatever, man. You do you. You do you. So I guess something that's more relevant. Fucking Dave Chappelle got tackled on stage. Yeah. Dave Chappelle got tackled on stage. It's crazy. That is crazy.
I have to apologize to Judd Apatow for questioning that all comedians were now in danger all the time.
Yeah.
After the Chris Rock.
Well, it was funny because Bill Burr had something to say about that. They're all like, so after this, are you really worried, you know, for yourself? And it's like, no, 2 black guys got tackled on stage. He's like, I'm not black. It's like, Jesus Christ. But it's nuts, man. That's the GOAT. Like, you're going to go after the GOAT? That's crazy. Holy fuck. And like Dave Chappelle too, like when he said in the mic, that's probably the funniest part of the whole fucking night. He's like, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. I was like, oh shit. They fucked him up too, dude. They took his ass backstage and beat his ass, dude. He came out like a broken arm and all kinds of shit. So, hey, the first time it happened, what did we do? No consequences. Dude was fucking Now we sent the message. Exactly, dude. This is what happens. I remember Tom Segura did that one, did a video of him getting off an airplane right after the Chris Rock shit. And he goes, if you don't like any of my jokes and you come up on stage, I will beat the fuck out of you and the girl you brought to my show. Well, now the message has been set, dude. They chose the wrong one to fuck around with. So... holy fuck. And then I heard Chris Rock grab the mic afterwards. I was like, oh shit, was that Will Smith? I was like, that's kind of corny, dude. You waited a long time. Nah, that was kind of corny.
Was Chris Rock there? What?
Yeah, Chris Rock was there.
Oh my God.
Jamie Foxx was there. That's the crazy one. He wasn't there to be part of the comedy show. He was in the audience. And when it happened, he jumped up on stage to help, and he's wearing a fucking cowboy hat. I'm like, this sounds like some weird fucking story out of nowhere. Like, Dave Chappelle's doing a show, gets tackled, Chris Rock's there, just grab the mic and pull like a quick, like, was that Will Smith? And then drop the mic and leave. Jamie Foxx is there with a cowboy hat. I'm like, who the fuck else showed up? It's like, good God. Yeah. Sounds like some crazy ass story. So I was just like, man, dude, that shit was nuts. I couldn't believe it. Oh man. But anyways, so yeah, man. Other than that, that was the topics that I had. We ran through those, because like I said, a lot of those are outdated at this point. Yeah. A lot of like talking parts. But dude, I got really into real recently The Forest. Holy fuck. I love survival games. The Forest survival game.
Oh,
it's been out for a while.
Remember that existing on Steam?
Yeah, been out for a while. So, like, just recently, me and JJ were like, dude, we need to get back to the point where we used to be like, me and JJ used to just fucking hours on end just sit there and play survival games. Days and days and days. Like, we always go back to 7 days sooner or later, but it's like that game, the thing that sucks the most about it is like sooner or later you're going to get to a point where you're just too strong for the zombies. It just happens. Like we had I like games where it's like even the first place you set up is never safe. Like it's gonna take a while for you to get to a safe spot. And like with 7 Days to Die, it's like if you can find a cement fucking store, you're good. You're good to go. That's all you need. After that, just putting those traps out, you're good to go. But yeah, The Forest is rough as fuck. First off, and second off, the game is massive. It's fucking massive. I don't think we've seen the entire island yet. I don't even think we've seen a fraction of the entire island yet. And we've been all around that shit. But what's crazy to me is that we go into this cave, right? So first off, we were walking in the forest. So as soon as we plane crashes, which was funny as shit because it's like me and James. So it shows my guy sitting there and he looks down and there's this kid just sleeping on my shoulder. And I'm looking at the kid and I'm like, man, that is an ugly fucking kid. I was like, James, this is you. I'm about to fucking punch you in the face right now. So... all of a sudden, the plane starts hitting turbulence. And they're like, oh, shit, the plane's going down, blah, 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 blah. First thing, whenever they tell you to buckle up, because turbulence is coming, they also tell you to put your trays up. So you put your trays up, buckle up, blah, 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 blah. Those trays was not put up. That kid's face was just eating the fuck out of this tray constantly, dude. It looks brutal. They didn't mean it to look like that, but it was fucking brutal, dude. Oh man. So you crash, you wake up, you see this cannibal on the fucking on the plane, pick up your kid and take him, and then you pass out, then you wake up again. So you're on a fucking island with a shit ton of fucking cannibals. That's the thing that you're trying to survive from in this game. And holy fuck, does it just get deeper and deeper and deeper. So it's like we walk out and we see like 8 gigantic sharks just washed up on shore and they're just dead. They're just laying there. I was like, what the fuck is this all about? And I look up and we see it's like this big ass cliff. It's plain, no trees, no nothing, but one big ass tree all the way in the end. And I was like, that's the mother tree right there. That's going to be our protector. We have to protect the mother tree at all costs. I was like, as long as we don't take it, she'll always giveth. And it happened like that. We never hurt the mother tree. Anytime I was hungry, all of a sudden all these birds would start coming up to the tree. I'd kill all the fucking birds, cook them up, eat them. Like, it was great. And then we had to delete that world because what we didn't know was that game gets harder the longer you stay in it. So the difficulty is just constantly increases. Where at first it's like we'd see like 2, 3, maybe 4 cannibals running around and nothing but like a fucking tarp and just fucking yelling and screaming at us. We go up, kill them, nothing too crazy. And then all of a sudden, like, now we're seeing like fucking hunting parties of like 8 to 10, and some of them are fucking like 8 foot tall, and then some of them have fucking armor and shit on. And then now all of a sudden we're starting to see mutants, which I didn't even know was a thing until fucking we saw one. It was like 2 women's bodies that were like together that had no eyes and no mouth, and they had 3 legs on each side and ran at you kind of like a fucking spider with 2 legs up like fangs, and would it fucking hit you and one tap you? It's fucking nuts, dude. There's a lot of weird shit going on this fucking island. So we stopped. But back on that first save, we end up walking up, and I see this slit in the wall, and I was like, oh, it looks like this would be like where a cave is. And I walk closer, and a whole shit ton of bats come flying out and scared the shit out of JJ. And I was like, oh shit, that is where a cave is. And I was like, that's kind of cool. It got like little caves. I was like, just sucks that you can't go into them. Wrong. Kept walking up. Interact button. Interact. Dude turns sideways and starts shimmying on through. I kid you not. We get in this cave. We go all the way that we can. And then we get to a spot that takes us down. So we go all the way we can down. So then we get to a rope ladder. That goes all the way down. We get to another rope ladder. Goes all the way down. Once again, these are probably a couple hours we're in this fucking cave. Right? Wow, we go all the way down this 4th rope. Get all the way to the back. And we see this dead body. And he's got scuba gear on. We literally go over there. It says you can interact with scuba gear. We put the scuba gear on. Now we're jumping into fucking goddamn ponds, or lakes, if you will, and swimming down and fucking finding air pockets and popping out into other pieces of this cave. It was fucking nuts, dude. I'm like, this is one cave. We found like 8 so far. It's fucking insane. And then you start seeing like all this, like there's like some kind of like religious thing behind this too. You find like a bunch of Bibles and shit in this one cave, and there's like pictures of these mutants and shit that we're starting to slowly find and fucking fight and all this. It's nuts, dude. It's so fucking good. And I'm so upset it took me this long to play it. Like, it's been on my list forever. And I was like, I'll get to it at some point. Because I think we did a video of it for Dead Funny. I think Bree did when she was on the channel. She did a video where she fucking played it for, I think, Fright Night or something. And I remember watching it because I was editing it, and like she ran into some cannibals. I was like, just not grabbing me. But me and JJ were just like, we played Raft first. That was the problem. Played Raft. Raft is a great game. And if Kelsey's watching this, I'm sorry. Raft is a great game, but man, does it have some fucking lows. And when the lows hit, it is rough. There was one part where literally me and JJ were floating out on the ocean. No islands. Nothing in the water around us whatsoever as far as shit we can grab and build onto the raft. Nothing. For about a solid 30 minutes. Besides sharks just swimming up and eating off pieces of the fucking raft constantly. It was so, I was falling asleep. JJ was too. We were both falling asleep. And so I was like, all right, well, we got to pick something else. So we jumped off of Raft because at some point Kelsey wants to do a Dead Buddies video of us all playing Raft. And I was like, all right, we can do that. But we went to the forest next. And man, dude, fucking addicted. That fucking game is so good. And it's the first survival game I've ever played where you could build tree houses. That was kind of cool to me. Yeah. So, like, our second world started out with that, where I was trying to make us, like, a base up in the trees and shit. And then we found out those motherfuckers can climb the trees easily, so. And they don't even use the rope. They literally will fucking jump on a tree, monkey climb up to the top, and then jump over to the one that you're in, and then come down on top and start fucking tearing shit up.
Very cool.
Yeah. They're very animalistic. A lot of them are very animalistic, which is fucking awesome. It's showing, like, that savage aspect. But what's really cool is the AI in the game for the enemies is fucking stupid smart. So if you're not looking at them, they'll rush you straight up. The moment you turn to look at them, they stop and they're like looking around and they're waiting to see what weapon you pull out. And if you pull out like a stick or something, then they'll just start rushing at you again. But you pull out something bigger than that, like you pull out like a machete or some shit like that, they're like, okay, we got to be a little tactic. So then like they'll look at each other and they'll start flanking you. It's fucking nuts, dude. It's insane. And like there's times where like you'll be fighting them and they'll get to a certain health percentage, and obviously you can't see their health bars or anything, but you'll be doing like a good job, and then they'll back up, and if you don't charge them right then and there and grab them, they'll take the fuck off. Especially if it's like the last one to try to go spread the message. They've got fucking seekers. There's these guys that walk up, They got like these fucking sticks. I call it a secret. There's fucking me and James are just fucking making up names for these fucking things, so we have no idea what the fuck they are. But they got this stick that comes up to like,
believed it.
right?
Yeah.
They got the stick that comes up to like the skull, and it's got like candles like in the eye holes and in the mouth, so that way they can see in front of them. And then they got like fucking arms all just sewn to their backs, just human arms, like 3 on each side. And then they look around whenever they see you, they start screaming. And just and then all of a sudden, like, you'll see more and more start showing up, and it's like if you don't kill them, more just keep coming. So it's like you got to fucking try to get through everything to get to them, and it's like if one attacks you and you're focused on something else, and they see that you're not focusing on them, they'll just all start bum rushing you one after the other, just jumping. It's nuts, dude. And you use everything in that game. You use their teeth to make weapons and shit like that. Their skulls. You burn their bodies to make bones and then get their bones to fucking make armor. Like, you use everything in that fucking game. It's crazy. Oh, my God. Oh, it's
like,
nuts.
Are they like people? Is the idea that they're just humans who like went bad or what?
I mean, so that's the question. So it's like, because you have, like I said, all this fucking weird religious shit going on too that you don't understand. That's also like they're worshiping what looks like Christianity because you got crosses and shit in there. But at the same time, there's all these pictures and shit up of these fucking monstrous fucking mutants. So I don't know what the fuck it is, but like, at face value, yeah, it's like somehow there's a shit ton of people here. They've been here for a while, so they've just been fucking and just making more and making more and making more, and they're all fucking cannibals. And that's another thing too. Like, if you kill one and you back up, they will actually like not focus on you, and they'll focus on you, but defense wise. So like, let's say you downed a body, and then you got 3 more here. So you back up. The one in the middle will run up and grab the body by the head and then put it in a choke, and will start walking backwards with it while the other 2 are walking in front backwards to keep you away, because they're going to take it home and eat it.
Yeah.
So they'll actually prioritize that sometimes. If you're far enough away, they'll grab the body and start walking away with it. It's fucking nuts, dude. The AI is insane in this game, and I think it's very underrated. Very underrated. Just the AI in general. It's
Yeah.
I've never played another game where there was that much interactions going on between the enemies. It looks like they're constantly like communicating to each other in some way. It's fucking nuts. Whether it's looking at each other and then they start flanking you, or fucking see you back up and it's like, hey, let's grab this fucking food right quick, and then fucking grabbing the food and the other 2 will come up and block it. It's fucking nuts, dude. I'm like, bro, how is this not like higher up right now? I don't understand why people aren't doing this with every fucking game. This is crazy. AIs are nuts. Even just the whole like stopping and checking you out and waiting to see what you got before, like, it fucking. Now the armored ones, like, they don't really give a shit. Those guys will like, they'll stop and then they'll be like, fuck this, I got it, and then just run in and start fucking beating the shit out of you. And then there's the more savage ones. They normally come out more at night. They're like fucking. They're the like 7 to 8 feet tall ones I was talking about. And they got like grayish blue skin. They don't give a fuck, dude. They see you, they're coming straight at you. They're not taking a second to stop, and they hunt in packs. So there'll be like 5 or 6 of them. So if one's jumping at you, the other 5 are right behind him. Literally. So you're just dodging. So, but in our last world, we found katanas and a chainsaw. So shit's getting real. Shit is getting real.
Why are there katanas?
I don't know. There was this dude that was down in a cave, and he had 2 katanas on his back, and he was dead on his knees just looking up. So I took one, and JJ took the other. Dude, there's some brutal fucking looking deaths on that shit too. There was this one guy that has the whole bottom of his stomach is cut out and open, and they shoved a tennis racket through his fucking throat. So there's that. There's a lot of weird shit. I guess you're trying to find your kid. I don't know. We keep finding pieces of his fucking action figure everywhere, and slowly putting that together along with like little drawings that he's made. So yeah, it's nuts. And it's like it's constantly getting harder, and now we're getting more of these different kind of mutations coming out. We saw a new one the other night when we were playing, and that was crazy. So this big like hulky fucking thing has no fucking head, basically like just a shit ton of tentacle arms. When we killed him, we were actually able to take his flesh and use it as armor. So that was pretty cool. Although you look weird as shit, especially if you have it on your chest. It's got like just a random eyeball right here.
Cool. Yeah. Right? Yeah.
It's like, alright, sweet. So, yeah, we've been playing the fuck out of that, dude. That's been great. That and Legacy Hero 2. Did you ever get into that one? Or Legacy Hero? It's a roguelike where if you go through a play, whenever you die, someone within your family line takes your place.
Rogue Legacy?
No. Rogue Legacy was that 4-player, right? That we did? Or no, that was Hero Talents. You might be right. It might be Rogue Legacy.
The one like Rogue Legacy 2 just came
yes,
out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's been out for a while. It just got big
it came out early access like.
Oh, okay, yeah. You might be right. Yeah, that one. Did you ever get around to trying that one out?
I was playing it. I played it a bit.
Dude, that game's so much fucking fun, dude. I don't know what happened, but it was like the other night I was sitting here doing something. I was like, dude, I just want to play. I was like, I don't want to play Skull. I just want to play like somewhere I can just pick it up and just fucking go. And I just started playing that, dude. And I think it's the furthest I ever got. Like, I think the first time I picked it up, I played it and I really enjoyed it, but I never beat a boss. And I think I've killed 4 of the bosses now. No, maybe 3. Because you start whenever you kill them, they die, and then they take their picture or whatever, and it breaks that branch.
Yeah. I have 5 of them.
Oh, you got 5 of the bosses? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got through killing the flower bitch, the chick with the rose around her. Yeah, she's a fucking pain in the ass. So 3, because it was the dude in the castle, and then it was the 2 pirates, and then the rose chick. Yeah, she was kicking my ass, dude. And the only thing that sucks though is like she would kill me, but I always had her like that close to death, like every fucking time.
I had one of those.
Oh, it's the worst, dude.
The thing is, like, when you dash, you poison Cloud behind.
Mm-hmm.
That's what won that for me.
For me, it was no, because I didn't kill her with the rapier hero. The rapier I was using because whenever she summons that wall of like the pink flowers that come through, and you have to kind of like do your dash kick to break and then try to fall down and go over. I was using the musket or the rapier to just do the dodge through because it was fine. Sense, but I ended up getting a lance hero, or not a lance, but a halberd that had the invisible wall spell that just shot out like an invisible wall. And so I would hit her to make sure I had enough hits. And then whenever she would shoot that out, I'd shoot it and it would knock out 3 of them and I would just jump to the hole. So I think she only hit me 3 times that entire fight. And I had the ring that if I died, I would have been brought back with 50% health. Wow. So I came to play that time. That was for sure. I was like, this bitch is dying this time, dude. I ain't fucking around. No. Yeah, she was kicking my ass. So she was by far the hardest one I fought. First guy was just kind of getting used to the game. Once I got used to the game, that was easy. And then the second, I beat the pirate on my first try. Whenever he spawned that second one, I was like, bro, what do you want from me? Like, what? So I just kept focused on him until he died. And I noticed the second one died faster. So I was like, oh, okay, well, that works. But yeah, but it's been fun, dude. That game is really interesting. I like getting the pacifist and just fucking. It's like, all right, this is nothing but a gold run.
I'm just gonna get some coins. Totally.
Yeah, this is nothing but a gold run today, folks. Yeah, that shit's funny, dude. All the different stuff that they have going on.
Yeah, the only problem is like, I got to the 6th boss, right, and I got beat pretty bad, and I don't know if it's because I sucked or because I need to grind like a lot more.
Yeah.
I can't tell if I'm just too weak or fucked up.
That's fair. I feel like it's very hard to keep track of your progression as far as like damage and shit wise goes, because you're just buying those upgrades at the very beginning, and then, you know, obviously you can upgrade your armor, but there's really not that much upgrading like armor weapons in the game. So yeah, it's kind of a really weird system. Very expensive system. I don't feel like you make anywhere near enough money. Like, I feel like I'm struggling to constantly, like, there's more times than not, I'll die with, like, 3 or 4 grand, and then there's nothing I can upgrade. So it's like, all right, fucking boat guy, here you go. Here's fucking 4K. Like, sweet.
Yeah, I'm basically always I'm choosing something that at least has some gold bonus, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's just like, oh, this guy's colorblind, so I get 30% more gold.
Yeah, I'm doing the same.
It's still, like, playable, but then...
Yeah, my favorite thing to do is getting the barbarian and getting either the hammer for your weapon or the floating wings for one of your relics or whatever it is, because they have the barbarian. If you jump in the air and you do your attack, he does a front flip spin, but if you're flying, you never fall, so you just go through the stage just spinning the entire time. I do that all the fucking time. Yeah, all the fucking time. And I just found out about the hammer literally like a couple hours ago. I saw the hammer once before and I was like, yeah, I don't know what that does. I'm not going to pick it up. And then I saw somebody using it and they're like, yeah, this hammer does crazy fucking damage. It's one of those like you'll find in a cart every once in a while.
Yeah.
It's this big ass black and red hammer and I picked it up and fucking you go to hit. And if you're the barbarian, it just makes you do that on the ground and it doesn't stop until you hit the hit button again. So you just hit that and you're just rolling around everywhere. It's fucking great.
There's a way to unlock that.
Oh, the hammer?
Yeah. There's like, did you get the Souls shop?
Soul shop.
There's another building that opens up. The pizza lady stands outside of it.
Oh yeah. They're all the way up top. It's the two little guys up top. Yeah. So that they have that.
Things you can unlock the alternate classes for some of the, like the alternate barbarian as the hammer.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I used all that fucking currency already.
Yeah.
Damn it. Because I bought like the permanent upgrades to like damage, the permanent upgrade to health, and there were two other things before that you had to buy to open up more, and I can't remember what it was.
Did you do the? Have you done any of the challenge map things from the other guy who's in there?
I don't understand that. Like I did it and I beat it and I got an A++, but like nothing opened up for me.
So the weird, some of those have like a cumulative score total for each, like all your classes combined. So you have to like do it with each class, and then eventually your score total will be enough.
Really?
That you get a reward for it. Yeah.
Oh, because I just thought you had to beat it and then you moved on to the next one, and it's just still stuck on the same one.
There's a few of them that are just individual, like high score based, where they forced you to be a class. Like there's one that's the barbarian, and then you just do it as barbarian. But the other ones there's like, here, fight this boss.
So I actually need to read it, and then it will tell me what. Because I was just like, I was skipping through all the shit he was saying. I was like, I don't care. And I was like, give me to the fucking fighting. And it's the first one you do where it's like, you have two rooms. You go in one, get a relic. Go in the other one, get a relic. And then you go and fight. And I beat that one, and I got like an A++. And I was like, all right, sweet. And then nothing happened, and I was like...
You just have to keep doing that with each one of your classes, and eventually your score will be enough. You get one
A++ is enough!
It's like,
fuck!
6 of them or something, you'll get it, I think.
See, I suck at all the range.
You get soul from that.
Yeah.
It gives you souls, and then you can unlock other stuff.
Got you. Yeah. I suck with all the range classes. That one's rough for me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with those.
Alright. Yeah, the gun guy, not so much, I guess. The archers are...
The reloading is just annoying to me. And just having to reload all the time is just annoying to me. And I tried the pirate out. They were okay, but I didn't really care for it. Yeah, if I had to pick my top class, it goes sword, barbarian, halberd, and then lance, probably. Yeah, I think so. All the melee shit, pretty much. Oh, the boxer, dude. The boxer's fucking dope. I use the boxer a lot. Holy shit. Not the one that does the fire punches, but the one that actually punches and stays on him. Yeah. Oh, my God. That motherfucker right there, dude. I love that one. That one saved my ass a couple times. So I think I actually beat the skeleton pirate with a boxer. So
there's some fun stuff. Like you can get an item that gives you the combo ability on any other class, too. If you get that with the gunner, because he shoots so fast,
really
have this insane combo so you're just always critting. Yeah, there's some.
Yeah, I have seen that.
Combinations of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a relic that you pick up. It looks like a little. It looks like the little ding ding bell on the side of a boxing ring. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
2 of those at once, and then you're getting 2 combo per hit.
Really.
And that can go crazy.
So maybe you can answer this for me because I was gonna look into it. So it seems like sometimes when I get relics, I'm fine, but then sometimes whenever I get relics, I start losing health, like my max health.
Yeah, because it's you have your resolve stat.
Okay, is it when that's below 100? I start losing health every time I pick one? Okay.
Percentage of your max HP.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's anything every time okay, so I need to actually start pumping my money into my resolve and get that higher so I can have more relics without losing resolve.
Or into your equip weight, so you can get more resolve that way.
You can get more resolve into the equipment weight as well?
There's an encumbrance thing, so if you're wearing like too much armor, then you have like half as much resolve.
Really?
So pump up that, then that's the most relevant thing, because like the actual buy more resolve thing in the manor thing, it like gives you like 1% at a time.
Okay,
It's like
got
really
you.
minor. Yeah.
Got you. Okay. Yeah, I must have some heavy ass armor then, because I remember being like close to like 200 resolve, and now I think I'm like at like 120 or something like that.
Okay, yeah. So
So
that's why that happens.
yeah.
That's why it's good to just get a bunch of XP with the knight, because then you get uh armor. I mean, yeah, equip weight boost off of that.
Okay.
Stuff going on.
It's an interesting game. It's a very interesting game. Very well done. Very well done. Yeah, I enjoy it. It's a fun little game. But yeah, so I've been addicted to that recently as well. So just been kind of, bouncing back and forth between those two. So I don't know, man. I just feel like I'm in a lull, I was so hardcore in the New World, and then that just finally died. I haven't played New World in I feel like a month, maybe 2 months. I haven't touched the game.
God.
Yeah, it's been completely dead. My entire company is just gone. It's all gone. As people started leaving left and right, and then there's like nobody left for me to play with, and I was just like, okay, well. I mean, all of our leadership stopped playing but me, so, from everybody who's not in a leadership standpoint, it's like, all right, well, how long is this company going to be around, Should I start jumping ship now or wait till later? So, can't blame them. I mean, game is not well developed. Not well developed at all. And instead of fixing things, they decided just to release more content. And it's all I see all over the message board is, yay, content, and it's all broken. So... And they started off early with we cater to the casual people. Like, there was this whole thing built about the new dungeon they were releasing, and max level in that game is 60. And if you have your armor and everything leveled up through all the different grinding things that you can fucking do, roughly you come out around like a level 70-ish. And the dungeon that they released was a level 50. So, anybody who's been playing the game literally walks through it. Like, that easy. So, I didn't even play it. I quit before that even came out. So, yep. It's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. So, at this point, I'm back to my old thing where I'm just like, Final Fantasy 16, where you at?
Yeah, they said it's close.
Yes, I'm excited about that. So, Yoshi P, if you haven't watched it yet, last week, because Bandai loves us so much and decided to block our video, I had to do an emergency recording, and we did a DFU lecture of me talking to you, the lovely viewers, about what we know about Final Fantasy 16 as of now. And we went through the lore and the story and talked about the characters, everything that we could pull off the website, and then we talked about what Yoshi P said, and I'm super pumped for that. So we should have a trailer with a release date by June 21st.
Oh,
Between now and June 21st. And he already said, I do not want a long period of time, and we're talking about a couple months here, between the release trailer and the release of the game. So, and as you said, the game's already done. Now they're just fucking taking their time and polishing it.
Yeah.
He already said it's already done.
So... latest it's early next year, but late this year.
I can see I want it to be holiday 2022. I realistically more see end of the year Square Enix, which is the end of first quarter next year.
Yeah.
So that February range, the February to April range next year is where I personally think we're going to see it come out. I don't think it will be this year, but it would be great if it is. Else
Square Enix has to put out this year, I guess. Oh, they have like a bunch of weird remakes of stuff they're putting out, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, they've been doing the Pixel remasters. I don't know if they're done with that yet or not. I think they are. I think the 6th one already came out.
Oh, there's that stuff. I mean, like, they did like a Chrono Cross.
Yeah.
Saga something or other.
Yeah, and then you got Ever Crisis is about to drop as well, apparently.
Oh.
So the company that's like the main held on that was like their year ends in September, and they were talking about all the games that they still have to release by this year, and Ever Crisis was one of them. And so it's like, all right, well, you basically just told us about a game that doesn't have a release date yet, that you're going to get this late by September. Like, okay. Right. So, which that game is so weird. Like, for people who think that this is the alternate remake that we wanted, I think you need to bring your expectations down just a little bit.
No,
This
it's like a
game,
mobile game.
this game looks like a gotcha. It looks like a
Yeah.
gotcha game, 100%. I mean, even some of the character like models and stuff look like that opera one, the
Yep,
City
Theater
Opera
of
or whatever it was.
Oh, yeah, there's Opera Omnimia or something.
Yeah, that one,
I
that
think
one, that one.
That's the
Yeah.
mobile version of Theater Rhythm.
Yep. So
Yeah.
I think that's more where we're gonna get, and I mean, I think there's gonna be some awesome aspects to it, but I also heard that there's like it's gonna be free to play, but they're doing microtransactions for weapons. So then it's like, can you not progress through the story unless you buy into the weapons, or is there a secret multiplayer version, like PvP,
Right, I don't
that
know.
hasn't been talked about yet because it's going to be like a surprise release thing, and that's where buying the weapons is going to get you in.
Or it's some like bullshit where you just have to keep grinding
Grinding like
right
crazy.
before the scorpion dude,
Mm-hmm.
for a while to fight the boss.
We'll see. I mean, like I said, I'll definitely play it because it's Final Fantasy VII. I'll have to at some point. I'm not like chomping at the bits for it by any means, like I am Final Fantasy 16. Like 16, I'm losing my goddamn mind. I can't wait for that game to come out, dude. My PlayStation can't wait for that game to come out. Let's put it that way. I barely do anything with my PS5, and it's sad. I think the last my PS5 got played was whenever I beat Five Nights at Freddy's. That's about it. So, and it's been a while since I beat that game. A long
Actually, I
time.
haven't turned mine on in a while either, I guess. But,
Just over there collecting dust, unfortunately. So, I need to continue to play the remake. I'm so close to beating it on the hardest difficulty. I just haven't got around to finishing it up. I just got into the Shinner Tower. I think that was literally the last thing I did was running up the stairs with my team and letting Barrett just like, ugh. Good old fucking Barrett, dude. Oh man, but yeah, it's I'm just ready for 16, man. That's just all there is to it. Can't wait. It looks good. The story sounds like it's gonna be amazing. I'm excited. It's Yoshi P, dude. That's why I'm excited. It's Yoshi P. If anybody can bring us back to the good old medieval era of Final Fantasy, it's Yoshi P, dude. I'm excited.
Oh.
So, just have to wait and see what happens. But other than that, I just don't have anything on my list I'm just pumped for. Just don't feel like there's been like a lot talked about that just really hit me. So,
I don't even know really what's out anytime soon right now.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm sure they'll announce a bunch of shit next month. Like, it's
Yeah.
coming up.
Well, I mean,
The
we got
E3
so
time period is not,
didn't E3 get canceled this year?
Yeah, but the Jeff Keighley is still doing his game thing
Okay.
that's taken over basically instead of E3, so there will be stuff.
Okay. I know PlayStation number obviously will still have like their state of plays and PlayStation Showcase and shit like that, which is when we should see the next. So that's what I got to figure out is what the next Sony thing is, because I don't think it's going to be a Square Enix event. Whatever Sony event that's going to take place between now and June 21st is when we should get the Final Fantasy trailer, because I don't think it's going to be. I know Square Enix has like their own little show that they do, but I don't think they got anything planned. So.
Yeah, I mean, they announce those things pretty close to when they happen, I feel like the week before sometime. So,
I'm just ready, man. I'm just fucking ready. Ready to see another trailer and ready to just have it blow my fucking mind. And then I'm just going to be just fucking dying waiting for the fucking game itself to come out. Oh, I'm not ready, but I am ready. But yeah.
I want to see it. What it is.
Gonna just completely fall off the face of the earth when that game comes out, dude. Oh, it's gonna be nuts. But yeah, other than that,
the mobile Diablo game comes out next week, I think. Oh,
does
no,
it
next month.
really?
Yeah, Diablo Immortal, the one they announced.
The one that they
"Hey, don't you guys
announced
have phones?"
and got booed off stage. Yeah, that was great.
That's out next month. So
No shit.
there's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
The Mario Strikers game that I'm actually excited about. That's the soccer one.
Okay.
That's great.
I need to get around to buying Mario Kart. I don't even have the newest Mario Kart.
Oh wow.
Party and shit. Oh, I had it.
Yeah.
And then the person that was on my Switch is no longer on my Switch, so therefore I lost it because it was on their account. No, I know.
Tragic. But
Not
yeah,
that I've
yeah,
been
it's
playing it, but I just don't have it. So.
yeah. There better be a bunch of stuff announced next month because it's like there's not a lot coming up for a while. It looks like.
Damn.
Oof.
Yeah, COVID really fucked the video game industry up, dude.
Yeah.
So much
Same
shit got
for
pushed back.
that's okay. So I think here's my theory then is Final Fantasy 16 is early next year because theoretically they're still releasing Forspoken in October.
I forgot about that game. That's that one with the
Yeah.
chick, right?
Yeah, who like is like straight up just out of the real world, I think.
Right.
You know. But yeah, so that's theoretic. That's like their big game for the holiday season potentially.
Yeah, like I said, I definitely think it's going to be a lot more towards next year as well. But
yeah,
here's hoping 2022 holiday season, I can be playing Final Fantasy 16, or at least give us a demo by then. That'd be dope.
Yeah,
I'd be okay with that. A demo. I also still forget that fucking Stranger Paradise just came out not that long ago as well.
Yeah, that game's great. That game's real good.
Yeah, no, I keep hearing about it.
The sequel to The Forest comes out in October as well.
No, that's actually not a sequel. I don't believe so.
Called Sons of the Forest.
Yeah, but I don't think it's a. Yeah. That's what I'm excited about. Oh, that and fucking Trials, Outlast, the Outlast Trials. That's another game I'm fucking excited about. Oh, and fucking in 3 days, fucking the Evil Dead game comes out. What am I talking about? That's like 3 games on my list right there.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I don't know what that game is necessarily. So
what, Evil Dead?
I mean, I know Evil Dead. Like I like those movies. That's the only horror movies I actually like. But I don't know what the game is gonna be.
So from what I've seen out of the gameplay modes, like with your friends type deal, so you have one which is kind of like you're surviving the waves, and then what the other one looks like, and dude, the executions look so dope in that game so far. The other one looks like you can do a 4v1, but the one is kind of like, did you ever play Beast Mode in Gears of War when that came out? For the one game that it did, where it was like you were one of the locusts. And then the more kills you got, the more points you got, and then you could start to buy the bigger locusts to run through with, and then you get boomers and shit. It's the same thing with the Evil Dead. So you start out with like the little random fucking evil guys, and then you can start getting like the lumberjack looking motherfuckers all the way up to like the Demon King himself. And it shows him at the very end of this one trailer I was watching where he comes out and he's got this fucking goddamn claymore and just cleans some dude's fucking head clean off. And I was just like, damn. So, but yeah. And so basically it's kind of, that's their 4v1. So, because I was looking into it for a possible thing to sub in for our Drunk by Daylights. So, not that we need it, because fucking I decided that I was going to go recruiting on Reddit, and a lot of people showed up to our last one. So that was fucking insane.
Like just like randos? Like
yeah.
From the internet?
Yeah, exactly. Reddit. Good old Reddit, dude. Yeah. It was so funny too, because it was like I would see people post, and it's like they always do their age, their gender, and then the platform they play on. And so I would fucking sit there and be like, I'd message them if they were like over 21 and be like, "This is gonna be a weird question, but do you drink or smoke?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, sure I do." And it's like, all right, great. So this is what we like to do. And we're looking for other people to come join us doing it. And they're all like, "Oh, sweet, hell yeah." And then they would show up. So
wow.
Yeah. Now we had some pretty cool people come out. It was pretty crazy night. One of the guys jumped in, like, because we had jumped on because they re-released the Halloween map, and that's Michael Myers, so, and all that shit. And there was like it hasn't been confirmed, but what Behavior Entertainment likes to do is like put little itty bitty things in their maps to show who the next person's going to be. So like, for instance, whenever Pinhead was coming out and everybody was trying to guess who it was, on the circus map there was this target, and it was the color of the clown, and if you walked up to it there was one little pin sticking out of the top of it.
Oh wow, that's very subtle.
One little yeah, that's subtle. So they just released the Halloween map. So here's the interesting part, is somebody went and did a custom game, and they walked the entire house, Michael Myers' house, out of all the houses they chose Michael Myers, and walked the Michael Myers house and played the footage from the first first movie side by side, and they recreated everything,
wow.
shot for shot, right? Then you get to the living room. And in the living room, there's a rocking chair, and that's it, next to this window. And there's a couch and shit back here and a TV over there. But in the game, right next to the rocking chair, really small on the ground underneath the window, is a Raggedy Ann doll. Now, for those of you who aren't big into horror and stuff like that and don't follow this, I love horror and I love fucking ghosts and shit like that, so I follow it. The Warrens created a series based off of their quote-unquote real paranormal investigations called The Conjuring. If you've watched the Conjuring series, it's a whole fucking universe of movies, and one of the biggest parts of that universe is Annabelle, the demonic possessed doll, Annabelle.
Right.
In the movie, she's this porcelain doll. The actual real live Annabelle doll is a Raggedy Ann doll. So we all think, and then there's one other house, and this is the kicker. This is where I think it's not a coincidence. There's one other house that you have a 50-50 chance of getting it on the map. Sometimes the maps look just a tad bit different. Like there's this one map, it's out in this cornfield, and it's like either, bam, it's just this cornfield, and there's nothing else around besides the killer shack in the middle. And then you could play that same one again, and it's got like a fucking ranch house over here to the right. And then you'll play it again, there's like this fucking broken down ass big blimp, like exoskeleton of a blimp just sitting there, and then a couple little buildings here and there. Yeah, and it's called Cold Wind Farm, so that map just changes. So that way it's like it's the same map, but it looks different, you know, every once in a while whenever you play it. There's one house that has a basement. Now, this house was always on the old map. They redid the map, so now on the redone map, you have 50-50 chance of getting this house. Whenever you do, if you go down into the basement, there's a rocking chair that has the Raggedy Ann doll actually on it.
Oh wow!
So if it's not on the map, then you don't even see it. The only Raggedy Ann is the one that's in Michael Myers' house. So I think that's a little too much to be. Yeah, I think that's what it is, and it's small, and that's what Annabelle's known for. Like every time you see a picture of her or a poster of her, even in the movies, every time they would like look for where the doll was at, she was always like in a rocking chair, and she would just be rocking, and then they'd look at her, and then the head would just move by itself and look back at them and shit. So.
Yeah, it seems like that's the message you're sending then. Yeah.
I feel like it, dude. That they would be bringing... Doesn't mean Annabelle will be in the game. Because they have tons of other people they could use. They could use the nun. They could use the crooked man. Like, there's a lot of other, like, scary-looking entities they could use. Because if you think about it, they'd have to figure out what they want to do with Annabelle. If she's a doll, like, you're supposed to down somebody and then pick them up and put them on a hook. It's always been that, like, what if they put Chucky in it? How would he do that?
I was going to ask if they had Chucky, and so not yet.
But I think that this is a way that they could change the killer's exoskeleton, if you will, or in-game model to set up Chucky, though. Is like, you know, either dragging them by the hair.
You can do Leprechaun from Leprechaun?
Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy to me that Jennifer Aniston was in one of those movies a long time ago. It's fucking nuts.
Wasn't she in the one that Leprechaun in the Hood? Or
I don't know if she was. I don't know if she was the one in the Hood, but she was definitely in one of them.
She was in one of them, yeah.
But so there's that, or like I said, they can be doing one of the other ones. But they did just release the girl from The Ring. And with her, she actually doesn't hold the people. She lifts them up with like telekinetic power and then just holds them in the air. So then Annabelle and them could technically do something like that as well. So
drag them.
That's what I think would look cool. Like just drag them by their fucking hair, just fucking pulling them behind them, and then just fucking throw them up on the fucking hook. That'd be dope as shit. I'd run around as Annabelle all the damn time. Yeah. So, and I'm also super excited because a lot of people keep wanting to see Five Nights at Freddy's. And I think that's going to happen. And that would be so smart. Like, they would make so much money off of that because they could just make the animatronic model. And then literally you could buy any skin you wanted. I kid you not. That happens. Definitely getting a Helpy skin. 100% happening. Definitely getting a Helpy skin. And just fucking running around as Helpy. Just fucking people up. Oh, that'd be so much fun.
I will buy that game if they put the fucking Leprechaun.
Just to add the Leprechaun, dude. Just add the Leprechaun.
I would aim that Leprechaun.
It'd be a cheap investment for you, dude. $5. You can get that game for $5 off G2A now, dude. It's so funny. Every time I talk to somebody and they're like, yeah, man, I want to come out to one of your Drunk by Daylights and just hang out. Like, I don't drink or anything, but I'd love to be part of the group. I'm like, yeah, man, fucking more the merrier. And they're like, oh, but $20 is a commitment. And I'd be like, it's $5 on G2A. Oh, bet. I'm there. Like, oh, $5 off G2A, dude. It's that easy. Just like whenever we were looking for like team games for us to play for Dead Funny, at one point I was talking about wanting to do that Secret Neighbor because I think that'd be a lot of fun. And I was like, all right, this game is like roughly around like, fucking $14 or something. And I looked on G2A and it's like $2 a fucking pop. And I'm like, oh, well, that's easy. Like, that's done.
Also, like, it's on Game Pass, I think, too.
Yeah, that too, for sure. So, but yeah, no, that's fucking awesome. But, yeah, other than that, I guess we're going to go ahead and wrap up this podcast.
Yeah.
If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on notifications. That way you get notified next time we upload another video. Hit us in the comment section below. Let us know your thoughts and views on some of the stuff we talked about. I know we went over a lot of different things. I wanted to get a lot of this older stuff out. Knock that out. I'm sure we would have had a lot more stuff to talk about it while it was happening. But, hey, things happen. Life happens. So, but other than that...
Sick.
Well, not only that, but you were gone and I was gone. I went on a fucking
I was out of town too. Yeah.
Very first work trip ever at this company. That was pretty fucking awesome. Yeah, dude. So fucking 4 days in a goddamn baller ass king size suite hotel room in Houston, Texas. Yeah, got to go back home for 4 days. That was cool as shit, dude. Dude, we went to this facility. It's like a fucking $5 billion facility to learn on this train. I jumped out of a 2-story building, like all harnessed up and shit. Yeah, because that was part of our training, was on fall protection and stuff like that. Yeah, dude, it was cool as shit, dude. But yeah. Other than that, like I said, go ahead, like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification button. Let us know your thoughts and views in some of the comments. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and we will see you next time.